Dan Frisella here with head coach Casey Alexander for another edition of Inside the Arc. Coach, let's start out today talking a little bit about the past two games, two 20-point victories over Florida A&M and Southeastern, the first time Stetson has done that since the year 2000. Talk a little bit about the team and what those two wins meant.
Well, first thing I want to do is congratulate you on coming up with that fact. It's you're trying to win games. Margin's not so relevant. What you're trying to do is just put together a 40-minute game and see how that helps your team improve. At this stage of the season, there's so much still left to work on. You're going to face something new from game to game. But I feel like our guys, they've done a nice job of being ready to play and playing hard. I give a slight exception to the Southeastern game. We weren't quite as ready to play as we needed to. But collectively, those two games and the Miami game, I think we've done a nice job of giving a great effort.
Now there's a bit of a break, played on Monday and now playing again on Monday against USF. What's the pulse of the team like, and how's everyone feeling in the break and getting ready for the next game?
Well, I think everybody is confident. I think we're all pleased with where we are. Again, realizing there's a lot of room to grow and improve, but I think there's some excitement about where we're headed. We're kind of turning the page a little bit. We're getting ready to get a little bit more into the grind of a season. Our next two games over a 3-day period with USF and VCU, two really high-quality teams that are going to be a real test for us, but one that we're ready for that challenge. And you prepare for those the same way you do the rest of them. But it's an exciting time if you're a Stetson fan.
Now, looking ahead very far, recently you guys signed 4 new players for the 2013-14 season. Let's go through and talk about each one of them a little bit and your impressions on those players. First, starting with Asa Duvall.
Well, Asa is a guy that we've known for a while. Recruited him for some time, really. Really fits our style. Is a high-profile shooter, capable of putting up big numbers. But more than that, I don't want to label him as shooter only because he brings a toughness, he brings some savvy with him, but a guy that's going to fit how we play and a guy that really wants to be here. And so we couldn't be more excited about Asa.
And now B.J. Glassford.
Yeah, B.J. brings us a lot of versatility, long, athletic, can play several positions, I think has a chance to be a really, really good defender. Over the course of time, a guy that's from Miami, so a Floridian that we always want on our roster, and again, a great kid, comes from a great family, really going to be a nice contributor for us.
And then Alex Thompson was a Floridian. Now he's in Alabama for his final year of high school. I'll talk about him a little bit.
I think if you asked Alex, he would say Floridian all the way. But, Alex is one of those guys where his numbers are always impressive. It doesn't matter. Jensen Beach last year, even as a freshman and sophomore, really impressive numbers. AAU numbers, always impressive. Houston Academy in Dothan, Alabama now, gotten off to a great start. Because he just knows how to play the game. He's a little slight in build. I mean, he's a little thin, 6'7", maybe 210, something like that. But really competes, really has a nose for the ball. Going to be a heck of a player.
And then finally, the big guy, Andrew Zealous out of Illinois.
Andrew is a big boy. he's legit 6'11", maybe even 7 feet, 240, big shoulders. As his maturity takes over and he continues to develop, he'll be a guy that really occupies some space for us, which is, as you know, important for our offense. He is developing skill-wise. I think he's a skilled player. But as with a lot of big guys, it just takes a little longer. It's a little bit slower. But really high expectations for him, really excited about what he brings to the table. And then just in general, those 4 guys, I mean, I think it's there's no coaches, every coach is optimistic about signees. You don't sign any of them and say, boy, I don't know about that guy. So obviously we're excited, and time will tell exactly how good they are. But they give us a nice range as far as positionally, and they certainly fit the message that we're trying to get across and how we're trying to build this program. So I think we're 4 for 4 in that regard.
Well, we'll certainly look forward to that next season, but upcoming soon, playing USF at home and then VCU on the road. Talk a little bit about what it means to bring a team like USF from the Big East here to the Edmonds Center.
Well, it means a lot. It's a high-profile game for people that live in this area. especially USF coming off such a great season last year, a Sweet 16, I believe. Return 4 starters, return a real high percentage of their production in general, and expectations for them are high. They're not off to the start that they probably thought that they would be. But they're going to be a heck of a team, and they'll bring a lot of excitement to this gym. I hope that people in DeLand, Hatter fans everywhere, are excited about what's going to happen on Monday night. We'll play it like the rest of the games, but there'll be a little bit better atmosphere, I anticipate. I hope we can get some people in the stands and make it a fun night for everybody.
And then just a little bit further down the road, talk about playing at a place like VCU, who was in the Final Four not too long ago.
Yeah, it's that's going to be a real challenge. They've done, obviously, Shaka Smart's done a great job with that team, and they play super, super hard, great defensively. It's a tough environment. They've sold out season tickets, the whole thing, and so it'll be a fun may not be the right word. It'll be a great challenge for our team. But that's when you want to play the best teams out there. They're borderline top 25, and deservedly so. And so those 2 games over a 3-day stretch are going to be a real test.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.